Normally, I'd start my video with some type of hook statement with the intention of making you at least somewhat interested in the game I'm reviewing, but nope, not today. Today I'm reviewing MindsEye and I'm ripping it to shreds. Welcome everyone to another Sergeant Sentinel gaming review video. I'm SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel, and today we're discussing MindsEye. But before we continue, I want to say thanks if you're watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to share this video on social media so others who enjoy gaming can check it out as well. And if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, definitely take this opportunity to subscribe right now. And last but not least, make sure you hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new content, whether it's game review videos or live streams. Developed by Build a Rocket Boy, published by IO Interactive, and directed by Leslie Benzies, a well-known name in the Grand Theft Auto community, MindsEye is an action-adventure game that released June 10th, 2025 for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series consoles. For this review video, I played the PS5 version. Now, right off the bat, I have to let you know that this review will avoid spoilers at all costs, even though going into the plot of this game would help to better articulate at least a couple of my points, but for the sake of fairness to all who might still want to check this out, I'll avoid them. So, this story is absolute trash. Now, some people might say they enjoy it, but I would say it's mid at best. It's convoluted, it draws noticeable inspiration from games like Cyberpunk and Call of Duty Black Ops 2, with some of the stuff it tries to do, and it fails miserably. While some of the aforementioned games, their stories work well, are masterfully written, and have fans coming back to experience them time and time again, the story in MindsEye can be considered barely competent, and it's just including too much that I felt was either unnecessary or downright boring. One of the hardest parts of any game to get correct is the writing, surprisingly, and MindsEye fails spectacularly. If the writing is a success, the player cares about the protagonist, their struggles, and wants to defeat the bad guys. They care about the world where the game takes place, the struggles that the people in that world face, and are interested in coming back for future adventure and excitement in that world. With MindsEye, I couldn't give a rat's ass about any of that, and that's saying something considering I'm a huge fan of action-adventure games. But let's break it down, bit by bit. MindsEye takes place in a fictional desert city known as Red Rock. While it is initially pleasing to look at, it pales in comparison to places like Santo Yeso, which is the setting for the Saints Row reboot, and Night City and Cyberpunk. And the more I played MindsEye, the more overwhelming the urge was to play either Cyberpunk 2077 or the Saints Row reboot instead. The world itself is pretty devoid of anything interesting, but the way the devs dodged this bullet, so to speak, is that MindsEye is what they call a faux open world, meaning it is technically an open world, but there's nothing to do in it but one mission at a time, and if you don't zip from point A to point B at breakneck speed, NPCs you're working with will actually call you on your lens, which replaced smartphones in the game world, and they'll complain that you're taking too long. Yes, seriously. The support characters are also problematic, and pretty much all the support characters you meet throughout the game they're cringe and they're hard to stomach. One, who's known as Charlie, feels like a Temu mix of Panam and Jackie from Cyberpunk, but lacks the charm and capabilities of the two aforementioned females. Marco Silva is supposed to be the smartest man in the room, but he just comes across as David Arquette cosplaying bad as Tony Stark or Elon Musk. One of the individuals who is a scientist that you have to find is definitely a fat creep. He's batshit crazy, and he's nowhere near as smart as he's supposed to be. It definitely feels like none of these characters really matter outside of giving you missions, and because of that, it's hard to really connect with them on a level that makes you care whether they succeed or whether they fail in the game world. And of course, when you have games that can't make you care about their characters, the writing just kind of falls apart, because that's the whole purpose behind writing meaningful, memorable characters. You have to care about them. When you're driving around the in-game world, the driving mechanics aren't bad. They're better than GTA 5, but that's not really saying much. But they're definitely not good either. The cars are relatively slow and there is no shooting from cars unless you're not driving. Collision mechanics are about as bad as Scarface the World as yours was during the PS2 OG Xbox days. And off-road, it feels as if your vehicle is straddling a log, rocking from one side to another when you're driving off-road. Also, it has to be said that there are certain chase sequences, such as when the protagonist is pursuing a certain female, that serve absolutely no purpose and are just filler, nothing more. The gunplay also needs a lot of work and feels very bare bones. I'd even venture to say that the gunplay feels like it belongs in an Xbox 360 bargain bin game. Yeah, it's that bad. There is an antagonism of the Second Amendment in the game also, which I'm not sure why that was ever a thing to begin with, let alone approved. And this may not bother everyone, as this game wasn't just released in the United States alone. I just find it tacky and crude that that's even something that's part of the script in an antagonistic way, especially since the company that's tasked to keep the city safe with robots absolutely cannot get their shit together, and the robots keep malfunctioning, and of course they are a danger to the public. The graphics definitely look last generation, think 2017. But then again, there are probably last gen games from that time frame that look so much better than MindsEye, if we're being perfectly honest. There were also frequent but slight drops in frame rate whenever I was playing this game, and it's nowhere near as stable as it should be given this is a 2025 game on current generation consoles. So the biggest question on your mind by this point is probably, should I even bother picking this game up? If it's on sale or if it's free? Wait. My answer, a resounding no. MindsEye is not worth buying on sale. MindsEye is not worth renting via GameFly. MindsEye is not worth downloading free on PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass, which I'm sure it will be landing there sooner much rather than later. If someone gives this game to you, give it back. If they won't take it back, tie it to a brick and give it back to them by throwing it through a closed bedroom window at 3 a.m. Yes, it's that bad, and I can't recommend this game to anybody. And that really sucks because Leslie Benzies had such a pedigree when he was at Rockstar Games, but unfortunately it just didn't follow him to this new studio. And because of that, MindsEye is one of the worst games that I've ever played in my life, and believe me, I've played some stinkers. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, definitely hit that like button. If you didn't, keep it to yourself. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, definitely take this opportunity to subscribe and to hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new content. This is SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, gamers.